team, and we are back at it. Checking out SPX on the 1 hour. So last week we were tracking the resistance due to the news, and you saw that SPX was trending up and started falling out of its ascending wedge. So this wedge here was telling us it's going to fall as soon as it crossed, but somehow SPX found support and began to run up. Now, why did it run up? Very simple. This green line here is the 200-day moving average, and if I go over to the 4 hour, it crossed it on the 4 hour, and people realized that, and this became very, very bullish. So I suspect next week we will continue to go up. As you see, Coach's Lightning here is about to cross it on the daily. And if I come down here on the MACD, we do have MACD confirmation. So MACD is on our side for a bull run. See that there? And the RSI is not overbought. The RSI has a lot of room to run. Look at that. It's going to fill that space up. So expect this to move up. This should be a buy. If you are paper trading this, you should only trade this if you understand how to use the tools. Paper trade it if you don't. This will take all your money if you guys don't understand any of this. So if you want to learn it, it's very simple. I can help you guys with that. I have free courses. I also have paid courses if you want to be a beginner trader, if you want to be a novice trader. I have those course levels for you. So let me know and the links below. All you have to do is click on them and go check out the courses. Also, if you're finding value in these videos, please do me a favor and hit the like button or the thumbs up button. Like they say, smash it, and subscribe. If you guys want to be notified when I put up videos, subscribe. Now, if you go over to my 1 minute trades, I have a new playlist, my 1 minute trades, guys. You will see I am posting trades that either I am going to trade it or I'm not going to trade it, and I cover the trade under 1 minute for you. Okay, so don't forget. Okay, so back to SPX. So SPX is a buy for me this week, and I'm going to show you one of the things that is going to be in the favor of the bull run here. You can see these red candles, and this could really get up there, guys. We're looking at a gap that needs to get filled, because if we fill this gap, potentially we can come up all the way to where this candle is up here and fill that gap up. Let me shade that up for you a little bit. So keep an eye on this. What I'm going to be looking at is the previous resistance area, which looks to be about 4,004. Let's look at this here. 4,003.80, 4,004, around that area. So keep an eye on SPX. Let's go take a look at some of the other trades you guys are trading. All right, the big one and the big talk of the town is Tesla. Okay, Tesla is still in a downtrend. It tried to make it out, but it has not. So what I would do is, Tesla is not a buy for me yet. Okay, I think here Tesla has to prove itself and it has to pop out. You can see that Tesla potentially can come back down to this area and come out, or it could turn around and hit this resistance and either come back down. But if it does make it out, look at this, just like SPX, right? There is a gap to fill right up to about there. So 160, it could make a run to 160 next week, not in 1 day, even though we've seen Tesla do this in 1 day. So be careful with Tesla. I would wait for it to break support or resistance if I was paper trading it, right? Because you don't use your own money here, guys. You're going to lose it. All right, so let's go on to Microsoft. Microsoft is the other bull in the market right now. It is doing some very, very bullish things. All right, if I go over to Microsoft and I look at the 4 hour, let's look at the 4 hour. Shoot, let's look at the 1 hour. You can see we've already crossed, and we were doing the spaghetti thing with the 200-day moving average. Yep, that's a spaghetti thing. It's a yuck mouth right in here. So something has to happen. So on the 4 hour, you can see we're getting close, getting very close to passing that 200-day moving average. If we do that, guys, what's going to happen is you're going to see a big bull run, because everybody's going to think this is it. The economy is good. We're going down. CPI has good numbers back to back. They think that because CPI didn't go up, it's okay. It's not okay. So be careful with this. But if it does cross this line, I might even be a buyer. But go look at my 1 minute trades, guys, and look at the guidelines on getting in and getting out. Okay, you should be paper trading this either way, because you want to practice. You want to practice using your tools. You want to practice following trends, and you want to practice looking at candles and your indicators and saying to yourself, this is what I saw, and you want to journal this, and this is what I did, so that you understand what to do next time. All right, let's go over to Google. Google is doing the same thing as SPX. It is turning and is headed to the 200-day moving average. Okay, had a nice bull run, and we do have 3 candles above Coach's lightning line, guys. That is bullish. Okay, let's look at Amazon. Amazon broke resistance here, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 candles above Coach's lightning, and it might get close to the 200-day moving average. But for now, there is a nice gap in Amazon right in here, team. Look at that. If we get past this point here, this thing could see, by this week, we could see 121. Now, I'm telling you a little secret. I will be trading Amazon this week. Okay, I've been watching Amazon, and I've been wanting it and wanting it and wanting it, and here we go. Look at that RSI. That RSI is not done. So RSIs can go all the way to about 75, guys, maybe 80, but we still got some room there. But let me come over to the weekly and show you what it just did on the weekly. On the weekly, it just crossed the 50-day moving average. And if I come over to the MACD, to me, this is time to get in. I will look at this on Monday, and I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get my first little green bar, just like the other times where it crossed. Okay. Now, one of the things you can do to help yourself out, if you understand TradingView and you understand the tools, is come over here and get a vertical line and just practice, guys, and see what happens on the weekly when it flipped here. Just draw yourself a little line and say, okay, on the way down, I had a small green histogram, then it turned red. Okay, excuse me. So what's going to happen here? Okay, we have a small, very light pink histogram bar. Okay, last time that happened, you see it there, we went green. You see it there, we went green. You see it there, we went green. Okay, so this is ready to run. Now, what's going to make this not run? Well, news, of course. So let's see what happens, guys. But everything is in the favor for a bull run. You look at this and you can see, let me move some of these indicators out so you guys can see better. But you can see right in here, okay, I'll move this out for a second. All right, we have a nice big bullish candle here. Okay, so we already beat the gaps. It's right at another resistance level, which I think it's going to pop. It's going to go. Nothing is holding Amazon back. And look at this. I mean, you're looking at 103 here. You get past 103. We're looking again at 121. So this is a really, really true and nice big potential gap here, guys. So be careful, of course. There's news. If you don't know how to use a stop loss, what is a stop loss? A stop loss is where you tell your broker, if the stock starts going up and it turns around, stop me here, or stop me here, versus you losing a lot of money like a lot of people do because they don't understand when to stop it. Okay, if you want to learn how to do a stop loss, guys, I'm leaving you a link below. Very, very easy. I've got videos on it, and I will personally get on the phone with you, or we can do a video call and I will show you how to do it with your broker, whatever broker you're using. Okay, so don't be afraid. It's time to practice. Paper trade it, paper trade your stop losses, and then tell me how it went. All right, now we have QQQ. Okay, QQQ. I was sending this out. I put this out first in the bull ring. I put it out on Twitter. I went over to StockTwits, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube. I let everybody know because QQQ is a very, very well-known and famous trade. So cup and handle, guys. Okay, we already broke. We got to target 1. We passed this resistance. Okay, if you understand technical analysis and you understand what a cup and handle is, we're looking at about 290 as the target, and potentially we can go even further, right? Look at this whole area above the 290. We're looking at 298. I mean, there is lots of gaps to fill, guys, with these stocks. So QQQ should be not too hard to play, okay, because it's following Microsoft, and Microsoft is on a bull run, so it's going to help QQQ. Now, what's going on with the indicators on QQQ? Okay, same thing, right? Getting near the 200. MACD flip, that's in our favor. And the RSI is just getting started, guys. I mean, on the daily, this is, you don't get them as good as this. This is delicious. 3 words, delicious. So let's go look at the weekly, right? So on the weekly, we have in our favor, okay, this MACD already crossed. We went from light green histogram potential reversal to now very solid. Okay, we're going up again on the RSI. It did find some support. So here's one of the things that I look at when I am trying to get into a trade is, do I have support, or does the trade have support? And you can see there that it does have support on the weekly. It might come down, but it's bouncing off this line. It's headed up, guys. So if you're into QQQ, if you bought shares, get ready to get a little increase in your shares again. This might play out. So we're looking at maybe 290 to 302 next week. Okay. Now this takes time. Not going to happen at 9:30 a.m. and by noon we're there. Okay, it's not going to happen like that. If it did, I'd be very worried if I were you. All right, now here's a blast from the past, guys. So this is something that I actually jumped into all those shorts that were going on with Netflix, and now Netflix is super bullish. I haven't looked up what's going on with the company, but we can take a look over here on the right-hand side. If you guys have TradingView, there's a lot of great information here on profits. There's information on performance, and then you can see what is the rating on the technicals. It's showing as borderline buy, neutral. Same thing with the analyst. So if I come over and I click on more technicals, I am going to get a full chart on everything, guys. Moving averages. So you're going to get simple moving average 10, exponential moving average the 20, so on and so on. You can see it's a buy, buy, buy. The only thing that says sell is the momentum, but everything else is looking kind of bullish for Netflix. Now, I don't know what's going on with the company. I might take a look at it. I've tracked it in the past, but I've tracked it for the bear trend. So when it's coming down, you can see my lines here. I go over and I mark off when the MACD has flipped, because I like to see an average, right? You see these gaps. I can see the MACD took longer to flip here, and here it took sooner. So on and so on, right? So that's what I've been doing with Netflix. Again, I don't know what's going on with it, but if I was to just chart it, very simple, okay? Let me see. Yep, I'll hide all there, but very simple. If you look at, this chart has a mind of its own. Let's try this again. All right, let's come back and let me grab a little parallel channel for you guys. And I know why it's doing that. Okay, so we'll look at this, and you can see, okay, that if I draw this channel, let me do this the right way. I'll take this stuff off, remove the old channel. I'll leave my lines there, but you can see we're in an uptrend with Netflix. Again, I don't know what's going on with it. Earnings are coming up. That's going to drive the market either up or down as well, because people are going to see how much money these companies are making. If they're not making money, potentially they could be seeing layoffs as well. So Netflix, again, guys, this is a bull run here. It already crossed the 200-day moving average. You can see Coach's Lightning here. Okay, this is a good guide for you guys. I can show you how to use this line in the courses as well. Okay. All right, let's go over to Mercado Libre, right? So they are the Amazon of Argentina. Their headquarters are in Uruguay, but these guys are just rocking it. So I did cover this in the 1 minute trade, guys. And the way I'm doing it is I'm ranking these for you. Okay. So you can see I've got 3 thumbs up here. Let me get this out the way for you. So I gave it 3 scores, and if I don't get 3 green thumbs, I am not going to touch the trade, and I'll show you why Melly got 2 red ones. So the first reason, the first green one, let's start with the green one. So the first one is the stock above Coach's Lightning? Yes. So we got 1 thumbs up. Okay. Is RSI on our side? It is not. It is way too high. It's right at 75. I don't like it up there. I would take it at 65 and I would still enter the trade, but I'm not. So I got a red thumbs down. Okay. Do we have resistance? Yes, we do. You see it right in here and right over here. So we have resistance. So it got a second red thumbs down. So if I don't have all 3, I'm not in. So Melly for now, I think is overbought. I'm just going to wait for the dip, and potentially I'll jump back in if I get 3 green thumbs. Okay, team, let's take a look at SPY. SPY on the 4-hour, it's already crossed the 200-day moving average, and sometimes you don't wait for the daily. That's all you need. And that's bullish, and you also have not a lot of resistance here for it to make a run up and fill this gap to 405. If it fills that gap, it could potentially make it to 410 and maybe above that. So what's going to happen next week? You're going to see some bullish activity, guys. Let's go over to the daily on SPY. Okay. Very close to the 200-day moving average. You see the gap there again. We could technically, if we wanted to, we could draw a cup and handle right in here. See these two candles here could have been my handle on the cup. So again, if you guys understand technical analysis, you'll understand that cup and handle is very bullish. So SPY did develop the cup and handle and did get out, and now it's headed for target 2. Target 1 would be right in here, which be the width of your handle. So it's there and it went past there. So I think everything is setting itself up for a bull run. Now, one of the things that we look for is confirmation, right? So you want to see, we have MACDs on our side, we have RSI on our side, but one of the things that I want to see is I want to see if the dollar is headed down. All right, so here we have the dollar on the 1 hour chart, and you can see my red arrows where we saw a lot of resistance, and I've been tracking this by the hour. So here's my red lines, the resistance area. So it did break out up here, but that was a false breakout, and then boom, it just died and it kept dying. So now when I come over and I look at the daily, this is some really bad news here, guys. Well, good news, because when the dollar goes down, stocks go up. So this is the death cross that just happened here, and you can take Coach's Lightning when it crosses the 200, that's your death cross. You can take the 50-day moving average, you can take a 20-day moving average, and all those things are crossing through the 200. So the dollar is going to look at a bearish run next week. So once the dollar goes down, guys, you're going to start seeing everything go up again. Can this change? Absolutely. If you have bad news, okay? Keep an eye on the news. If you guys don't know where to get the news, leave me a comment below. I can suggest some websites where you guys can get updates on what news is coming out for the week that would make it important enough to turn your trade around. Okay, guys, and lastly, if you go to the bullringacademy.teachable.com, I've left you a link below. You will see that you can come here and you have beginner trading courses, novice trading courses, and a coach's daily stock watch list that tells you what trades are swinging, and a video on how to trade something that is turning bullish. And if you come in here, very simple, you enroll, guys, and then you start taking advantage of some of the courses that are already built in here. And you will see that this is going to help you with any of the trades you're thinking of getting into. Do not, and I'm going to always emphasize this, guys, do not buy anything. Do not buy anything without getting the education. You will lose your money, guys. This course will teach you how to do it. Paper trade, okay? You're going to paper trade until you're ready. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not going to tell you what the best stocks are, but I'm going to teach you how to go research and how to use the tools and how to pick a platform. Okay. So take a look at it when you guys get a chance. Click on the link. Says $99, but it's 25% off right now. So if you're ready, click on the link. Send me a note, guys, and we can get you started. So I'm hoping and wishing a green week for you. Until the next video, we'll see you then.